Hey everybody, it's Grant, and this video is probably my absolute favorite we've done yet on the channel. Today, we are going to be finishing our renovation as well as showing you how it turned out. In this video, we're going to go over the budget and how we went over, and also a couple pro tips about how when you formulate your budget, you always need to make sure you leave a little room just in case you want to either A, improve the property, or B, find something that you weren't expecting. Also in this video, we are going to show you the entire progress from this project all the way to the last time we left off to the very beginning, as well as show you all of the amazing progress and transformation that this property has gone through in just a short period of time. So this video series literally takes a lot more time than the average video. This video series has taken over hundreds of hours, whether it was filming, making the actual videos themselves, and making sure that I film the actual videos themselves. So you're looking at a ton of time. So if you would not mind, please power up that like button so that way we can stay motivated and keep bringing you quality content that I know will help you and your portfolio. As you've seen in our last video, we have been doing a ton of work to our $20,100 renovation. Now we've also explained that that budget has gone over a few times, and we're definitely including that all in this video. We have done everything to this project, such as change the windows of the entire property. We've also upgraded the electrical system, fixing a problem wall that really caused a huge issue to the budget, adding central AC and heat that also elevated our budget, as well as we demolished a tree that had grown into the garage/laundry room and really caused havoc on that building. We also turned a tree that was an eyesore to the focal point of the yard and kept a beautiful 100-year-old tree, maybe even older. I'm not a tree expert, so if you know how old a beautiful oak like this is, please comment below. Also, we have changed the entire roof on the entire project, as well as the garage. We've changed all the doors in the project, and in our last video, we left them wrapping the project in building paper and getting ready to transform it and make this property really take shape. Wow, look at all of that amazing progress that we've literally done in such a short period of time. It's an amazing feeling to take this old beat down rental that the landlord neglected for over 8 years of these people living here, and in just a short period of time of me acquiring the property, turning it into a place that they can be proud of. When it comes down to it, watching all of this effort that we have put into this series come down to these short, amazing and educational and inspiring videos, I just think it's simply amazing watching it all come together. Now that the building paper is on, we are ready now for the vinyl siding, and this property is about to absolutely transform right before your very eyes. So as I said, the next step is adding the vinyl siding to the project. This part was something to absolutely see. They wrapped the entire house in a matter of only 4 days, and it was absolutely amazing to see this process in action and the speed as well as accuracy of our team. We often overcomplicate things that we don't fully understand and that we've never experienced before. Watching this progress and this entire process of this property has made me kind of want to try my hand at some of this home renovation stuff. So comment below if you'd like to see me in our future renovation, or maybe at an actual brand new construction build where I can actually get in there and help and do some of these tasks. The exterior vinyl siding process was very similar to the vinyl soffit process. With a little patience, skill, and know-how, as well as a few nails, the vinyl siding started transforming this house into a home. The vinyl process is very simple once you see it in person. The first thing that they do is they mount these corner posts to every corner of the house, and this is where the vinyl is going to end on every sheet. The next thing that they do is they line up all of the large sheets of vinyl, and then they nail them into place. They end up hooking together much like the soffit did, just on a bigger scale. They nail it into place and then they move on to the next sheet, but where the job gets tricky is cutting around windows, doors, and knowing how to make it all fit. But with a little effort and a little trial and error, it comes together absolutely beautifully. We even changed out the pole on the front porch because the little things don't mean a lot. They mean everything. And when you put that extra detail, that one little extra thing, even if it costs you a little bit of money, the amount that it changes the property or the way that it makes your tenant feel is all worth it. I want to take a moment to definitely say how amazing our crew was. This team of individuals was absolutely amazing. They worked diligently and they made sure they got the job done. They literally blew through the entire timeline, blazed through the entire project, and made me a very, very happy customer. Sadly, Mr. George got into a pretty rough motorcycle accident. Now, he is okay, but it was shortly after this project and he absolutely got banged up and he has been out for several weeks. So please drop Mr. George a comment and let him know that you wish him well and you appreciate all the work he's done, as I do, and can't wait to see him on the next one. What an amazing transformation this has now become. I'm so happy that you guys are now seeing this project for what it is now versus that old beat down blue house that we started with. It's so transformed that my tenants love to tell me stories about how when their friends come over, they drive right past the actual project because no one recognizes it. Now don't forget, we are going to have an interview and a kind of how the project's doing video after this series is over sometime in the future. We're going to be interviewing our tenants and to see how they felt about the project, how they liked going through an entire demolition process and being a little bit out of place for a month, as well as how they're enjoying the property now. So now let's go into the biggest issues, the biggest renovation of the entire project, the garage. The garage was a real budget buster. We honestly should have just torn it down and taken the washer and dryer and put them underneath the back patio. However, I wanted to keep it so that way the tenants would have a nice place to store their belongings as well as a nice place to do their laundry. The garage went a lot like the house did, just on a smaller scale and with a lot more rot. So actually we have about 2 days left of work on the actual project. As you see, that white piece will turn into the entire wrapped around the house. We'll be finishing the back of it and then we'll be moving on to the garage. You excited about the garage, George?
Oh, I'm really excited about tearing up something.
Right?
The termites have really made a big project out of it.
Yeah, the termites have eaten a lot of the garage and it's going to turn it into a lot more work. But hey, fantastic individual. I appreciate
That's
you.
what we do for a living.
Yep.
Fix stuff.
And he's going to be doing a lot more projects for you guys to see with us. We started with all of that exact stuff right there, that rot. And we changed the soffit, made the roof brand spanking new, as well as we actually put the correct fascia versus what they nailed it to the first time, as you guys saw in previous videos. And that way it'll have something very sturdy to mount that roof onto, as well as to add that brand new, beautiful vinyl siding to that will all last the test of time. We had a lot of extra expenses making this structure more durable and for it to actually last more than about 5 years with a new coat of paint. So what we ended up doing was we actually had a ton of structural issues due to termite damage and major rot. We also made the entire project flush to make sure that we had something to put the vinyl siding to and make it very nice. We actually had to cover up this old window, and that was right here in the back of the laundry room, as well as we fixed the hole left by that terrible problem tree. We then wrapped the building in building paper and then recovered the entire building in that beautiful vinyl siding to make it a great addition to the house. A tricky part of this process was actually the door to the garage. We couldn't figure out a way to get a roll up inside the garage without causing a lot of problems, as well as doors can be extremely expensive, especially when you have to make them custom. Luckily, Mr. George made 2 beautiful custom wood doors, and once the tree left the wood, we painted them a beautiful white to match the house trim and to make it really stand out. Now for a large budget busting issue, the laundry room. So when I started this project, my tenants only asked me for one thing for the laundry room. The floor was rotting, it was completely gone, and all they asked was if I could add a door so that way when it rained, it wouldn't rain on her while she did her laundry, and it would also protect her laundry machines. Being that it didn't have an actual door, this caused the entire laundry room to rot from the floor down. So what did I do? I gave them a brand new one. No, not a door, a brand new door as well as a floor. We ripped out everything from the floor down. I made sure we had a completely brand new floor as well as we fixed the hole from where that tree had grown into the house. We completely redid the walls, hid the plumbing fixtures that were once just ran as pipe up and down the actual laundry room to behind the walls, as well as added some beautiful recessed lighting to make sure that they had some extra light to be able to see what they were doing, even if they do laundry at night. We also painted the room and gave it a lot more space because we moved the water heater for a little additional cost into the corner to make better use of the space. They finally got that door they asked for and much, much more. What an amazing transformation this house has been through, even though we went over budget. The entire budget ended up being about $12,000 over, and that includes us adding central AC and heat for $5,400, as well as materials and labor for the exterior walls, garage, as well as all of that other rot that we had to get rid of. That ended up costing us in materials and labor $6,800 for having to save the garage, as well as that major problem wall we found in our tenant's bedroom. Also, we went over on a few other things, like redoing the entire laundry room. That cost ended up being $3,068.80, but I really feel that it was absolutely worth it to give them something to be proud of, and that will last the entire family for a very long time. This now brings our entire total of the remodel to $32,534.97. Now that is definitely more than our $20,100 renovation budget that we started with. This brings me to my biggest pro tip of this series. When it comes down to it, always make sure that you're prepared and you factor in 10 to 20% more than the budget actually calls for, and like I said, or more, because you never know what you're gonna find or what might improve the tenant's life that you would really like to give to them, as well as add tremendous value to your property. That's it for the video, guys. If you enjoy videos like this, please power up that like button as if you just did an amazing renovation, added tremendous value to your property, and changed your tenants' lives. On top of that, please subscribe to our channel. We post also every Wednesday and Friday, so hit that notification bell, and also comment anything you'd like to see in this video or future videos. And I hope you have a fantastic afternoon, and I will see you on the next one.